Breaking news, a new piece of evidence that undercuts Donald Trump's defense in the classified documents investigation. Sources telling CNN federal prosecutors have obtained an audio recording of a summer 2021 meeting where the former president acknowledges he held on to a classified Pentagon document about a potential attack against Iran. The recording indicates that not only did Donald Trump know he had classified materials in his possession after he had left the White House, but that Trump also seemed to know there were limits on what and how he could declassify records since he was no longer president.
An explosive revelation in the ongoing federal investigation into former President Donald Trump's mishandling of classified documents. And not only does the news further ensnare Trump, it also indicates that someone in Trump world may be working with the FBI.
This meeting was back in the summer of 2021 at Trump's Bedminster Golf Club. And among the people in attendance were several Trump aides and two people working on an autobiography of Mark Meadows. Now, Mark Meadows was not in attendance at this meeting, but during this time, Trump was in the habit of having his aides record any conversations with journalists, writers, or people working on books. Now, sources tell us that on this tape, Trump it says that he has a classified Pentagon document describing a possible attack on Iran.
Now, it's bad enough that we have audio of Trump himself saying he's in possession of documents he knows at the time are classified. Trump has insisted he never showed those documents to anyone, and that's got to be true, right?
And we're also told that you can hear paper rustling. It appears that he might be waving something around, though it's unclear if he's waving this document that he's referring to or if he's waving something else.
Oh, God, he showed the Iran invasion plans to people, didn't he? But here's the interesting thing. In the recording, Trump allegedly is complaining that he can't share documents around because, as a former president, he can't actually declassify them. So, hey, Donald Trump can learn. But none of that self-awareness stopped Trump attorney Jim Trusty from trying out his old talking points. But if his interview with Caitlin Collins is any indication, he may want to find a new line of argument before taking this case to court.
You're making the argument right now that by the time he was on the ground in Florida, after he left Washington, that is when he declassified all of these documents that he took with him.
No. I'm saying the documents he brought with him are effectively declassified and personalized under the Presidential Record Act. We're talking about constitutional authority under the Constitution to declassify. The Presidential Records Act makes it clear that we don't even care about classified information. It is a statutory scheme that deals with presidential or personal only.
Jim, if this was declassified, then why are we told that he's on this tape basically telling the people in the room that he can't share it with them?
You are told by DOJ or FBI or whoever filtered that to you.
So just to be clear, we've moved from classifying the documents while he was president, his first argument, to telepathically declassifying them with just his thoughts, to effectively declassifying them.
We don't even care about classified information.
But hey, don't go rushing to the U.S. Code to look that term up, kids, because effective declassification doesn't exist. Jim Trusty just made it up on the spot. And as actual good lawyers are making clear, this is a big deal for Donald Trump, as in one that might see him facing even more federal charges down the line.
Well, the stakes are extremely high, and I fully agree with Sue in terms of it's quite clear that Donald Trump's retention of these documents was quite purposeful. And with an aim that is, I think, still unknown, how he was going to leverage the information in those documents that contain some of the most sensitive secrets of the U.S. intelligence community, of the U.S. government. What was he trying to do with them? What would he do? What has he done already?
It's a sobering thought to consider. For months now, Republicans have hidden behind two key arguments: that Donald Trump declassified every document he took, and that those documents were never used for any inappropriate purposes. Trump's own voice shatters both of those defenses. The existence of a tape recording may be one reason for all the recent movement we've seen from special counsel Jack Smith. In a far cry from the Mueller investigation, Smith is raising eyebrows and turning over stones everywhere, and Republican worries are vaulting because of just how deep he's decided to dig. The tape also raises the chances that Jack Smith will seek federal Espionage Act charges against Trump. And that's a fun word to say, Espionage Act. Now, that's because Trump just admitted a bunch of wrongdoing on tape, and those are clear-cut obstructions of justice, kind of charges special counsels love to file.
At the heart of this obstruction investigation is trying to find whether there might have been an instance when there might have been moments where Trump could have arranged for documents to be moved out of the storage room where he knew Evan Corcoran was searching, and to hide them because he wanted to retain these documents illegally. And there are various moments that might speak to that, including when Evan Corcoran would take breaks during his searches by walking out to the nearby pool area.
Trump's other attorney, Evan Corcoran, has so far not made any statement about the existence of the tape, perhaps because he's been busy testifying before the grand jury. Can someone tell me, what is it with Republicans and wanting to tape record all of your crimes? It's a sad statement that in the current Republican Party, Trump's documented efforts to try and obstruct justice will only make him more popular with the MAGA crowd. We can't expect the GOP to suddenly see the light on this. With Trump facing a campaign season full of court dates, he may soon be adding even more legal trouble to his schedule. If things keep spiraling, Trump could be campaigning for president from a prison bus. With that said, it's not all bad. Check out this video of Dr. Janine Downey absolutely pummeling Fox News lad Pete Hegseth over Republican book bans. And as always, subscribe to the channel and leave a comment below so you can let me know what I should cover next.